Hey, it's Keeley, aka Dresage, and I just released a new song called Who I Am. It's fully self-produced, and I wanted to show you a bit of my process and sort of under the hood of everything I did, because I toiled over it for a very long time, so I hope you enjoy.
I've been sitting still while the dream is dead.
Wavetable is such a powerful instrument within Ableton. It comes within the suite. This is maybe the most simple bass part you could have. It's just 1/4, and it is just a sub bass. You can see it's being sidechained from that sidechain trigger. Da-da. My first oscillator, I'm modulating with the LFO to go up and down this wavetable. So it's going from like sine up to saw, not quite fully on either spectrum, but you can hear that it's more nasally. See, it's just oscillating a little bit, not a huge amount, but it creates movement in the sound, and the frequency that I'm filtering it by is also going up. So I'm creating all of that with my matrix, essentially. There's a little bit of vintage verb, just a very small amount to create a little bit of a room sound. We're doing some cutting of lows, boosting of highs to give it a little more air up top, cleaning up sort of like lower mids, which can get muddy, and sidechaining it. All right, so the chorus is quite signature with this. That is a Prophet sound from my Prophet Rev 2, which is the synth. And so I capture the audio from that coming in. I'm filtering it, taking out some lows. I'm cutting out a bit of the highs so it's a little rounder on top. I am adding a vintage verb. There is an echo boy quarter note delay with a low medium feedback rate that's happening, modeled after a space echo. Notice that I'm putting the decapitator after the verb and after the delay. Usually you would want to put a delay before a reverb, but a lot of those like rules I kind of just let go. When in doubt, just like know that you have good taste. Use your ears and know that you're going to guide yourself in the right direction. Because I have these first in the chain, I am distorting them, which is very cool. I have quite a bit of drive, so it's not just the dry signal that's getting distorted, it's also its reverb and its delay, which is very cool. You can hear how it's breaking up and distorting. A big part of this sound is that it's heavily sidechained and the whole chorus is pumping like that. Also have this 560 API. Looks like I'm boosting a bit of the highs to give it some sheen, and I'm taking down some lower mids and the lows because I'm making room in my mix to have my bass occupy that spot. Another EQ and a utility, because at the end I was like, you should be louder. Pretty cool sound. And then this bridge synth that I'm very proud of. There's some verb on that. On that synth, I'm using an LFO to send a waveform to make the oscillator pitch bend. So basically every time I'm hitting it, it's like, I think I'm doing that, and I'm also using the glide function. Perhaps the weirdest part is this bridge that goes into a totally different key.
Looked up from my phone and 40 hours had gone by. Nothing is on, nothing is low. I'm in control.
This is a fun story. My dear friend Andrew Sarlo, who's a wonderful producer, makes beautiful records, beautiful music, had a birthday party. I don't know, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. What is time anymore? He has this great recording studio in his backyard. Part of his wish for his birthday was to gather all of his friends in a circle in his studio and put up his mics, and we were going to create all these like weird crowd sounds. And so a lot of it was just like growing in intensity. So this is what it sounds like.
Bravo!
So this first one has Valhalla verb on it, some vintage verb, and I just did some panning automation. When in doubt, pan that thing out.
Bravo!
I did a tremolator on this. Tremolator is by Sound Toys, and basically it uses like a sine wave to go woo, 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 which is kind of emulating like tremolo on a guitar amp or on a whirly or something like that. This is my weird way of building tension. We also have this guitar stuff happening. This is Tracy. He's a wonderful guitarist, and this was a fun thing. I really love a good super dry high preamp bridge DI, and then also I put up a Royer just in the room on his electric guitar, just capturing like the brum, 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 brum of the strings. You can hear that this is not like, this guitar is not plugged in the room. It adds this cool live texture, which literally is just the equivalent of miking this, right? This has got to be plugged in to really sound like anything. So that's why it's cool, because you get all this cool percussive, very round, rolled off, probably the neck pickup paired with. Just cool. I love a crazy guitar. So he was kind of coming out of chorus 2 with this insane sound. So you hear the side chain doing its thing, right? Some sort of organ guitar pedal. Ooh. So I'm just adding delay. And so this is happening in chorus 2 and 3. It's doubling that synth sound that's happening on the Prophet, and it's just creating this 2-octave thing with this guitar pedal. It's obviously like we're running it through a distortion. We have this guitar pedal that is creating the octave up and down and doing other crazy things to it. It's highly compressed. This clean guitar that's happening in chorus 2 and 3. Nice. So he had a very pretty kind of long verb on it as a pedal. I have some noise, I have wobble, distort, some more verb, magnetic. Here's another organ guitar sound. Here are some clean melodies. I've got Valhalla delay, a big room, sidechain, compressor, another EQ. Yep, cleaning up lows, adding some highs for air. I have a decapitator and a chorus from Tall, automated, probably to come on at some point. Ah, yes. Politics of our time. Cool. So we have this. If you know the Tall Juno modeler, which is VST of Roland Juno Synth, this is just its chorus, and it's great. I think it's a very affordable plugin, so I would definitely suggest grabbing this. So I kick on a chorus there to make it sound modulaty and weird. I also kick on a decapitator. Ooh, Punish is on. Yeah, she is. And what's making it so wonky is that the chorus is after the decapitator. You know, I'm adding all this saturation and harmonic stuff happening to this sound, and then I'm adding chorus to it, which is basically detuning and moving all the pitch information about this sound and making it really wide and chorusy. Ooh, so pretty. I'm putting my delay and my verb early in this chain. So anything that's happening like the saturation with the decapitator or the chorus is happening to the verb as well. And so you can hear that here, where this is obviously very verby, but you're hearing the verb be saturated. I am extremely blessed that one of my best friends is an incredible harp player. Her name is Lara Somogyi. She has an electroacoustic harp, and she has like this massive pedal board of all these different guitar effects that she's running her harp through. We have a mic up, so I'm always just grabbing the natural harp, and then I also have the output of her pedal board, just a little clean part that goes into verse 1 that's like a little harp fill. And those are harmonics. That's why they sound so cool. She's like pinching and kind of being percussive with them. I put RC20 on them, a tiny bit of wobble. I have some distortion, some noise, some of the magnetic part of it, cutting out some lows. Harp is very resonant, especially in the low end. So a lot of times I will end up cutting that. A little bit of delay. Valhalla shimmer, which is very cool. What would a song with harp be without huge glissandos? I don't know. You can see that I have a compressor on it that's sidechaining both of these tracks. Here's another moment. Ooh, I love that. So I'm creating these two harp parts that are sort of a counterpoint. And this is in the verse 2 when I go, and you can see I'm panning them kind of wide left and right, so they're a wide stereo field. This is one of my favorite plugins made by Cytomic. We're into chorus 2 now. So another thing with Lara is she'll just go and play these beautiful fills, and I'll take them and put them where I want them. So here she's on the chorus melody with the now guitars and synths. This very short 64th note ping pong delay. She's what gets us out of C major into, I don't even know where I went, but what? This was a weird percussive. Something hit the harp unintentionally. This also is very like Russian countryside. And then this is a big epic fill into the final chorus, which gets us back into the original key. And now she's just playing these main quarter note. I just wanna feel like I know I can. So she's kind of hitting that melody with me. And then what I did was I sampled her and I put her in a drum rack. I'm hitting her. Bum, 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 bum. This is just MIDI. It's got noise, wobble. See, I'm turning the space up there. I also have Camel Crusher. Shout out to Bad Snacks, who reminds me that Camel Crusher is still like the best and I should keep using it because it's great. In this outro, I created this stutter, which was really fun. And I did that on my push by changing the repeat to digga digga. So it must have been 16th notes. So that, my friends, is Who I Am. Production, tutorial, deep dive edition. The song is out everywhere. The music video is out everywhere. I'm really proud of this song. I spent a long time producing it and writing it all myself. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.